I am way past my newbie gains phase. I've been working out for over 4 years. Newbie gains is typically anywhere from 6 months to a year. The first 6 months to a year of a person who is lifting, that is usually when they make the most progress. But for whatever reason, I have made a ton of progress in the past year. This past year has been some of the most progress I have ever made. I went from 155 to around 170 pounds, which is a 15-pound increase. 15 pounds doesn't sound like a lot. I go on a really slow bulk. So 15 pounds divided by 12, whatever that is per month, a little over a pound a month. This is a really slow bulk, and honestly, I don't really recommend going this slow of a bulk. I would stick around anywhere from 2 to 3 pounds per month. But this is what I've done. And in doing so, I've gained almost no body fat. The biggest reason as to why I think I have gained so much in the past year in comparison to the 3 years before is intensity. I have taken my intensity training, my training with intensity so hard. I have gotten to the next level. Now, I have started including failure, going to failure on almost every single exercise. Not all of them, but very much the last exercise of a certain muscle group, always to failure on every single set. The reason I think failure is so important is because of intensity. If you have intensity, it is one of the biggest factors, the biggest drivers for growth. Intention and intensity. Intensity allows you to push yourself to the limits. And failure is a great way to do this because you know you have not left a single ounce of strength left in that muscle group. So let's say you're doing bicep curls. Stand back here. Let's say you're doing bicep curls. Going to failure on bicep curls would look something like this, where let's say at like rep 12 or something, that's when you start to doing half reps. You keep doing half reps. You don't stop. Typically, most normal people like to, whenever they can't do a full rep, they stop. Going to failure means that you keep doing as many reps as possible. When you can't do a full rep, you do half reps. You go as high as you can. As many partials as it needs to be until you literally cannot move your arm. So let's say I'm doing, full rep. Oh, it's too hard. Half rep. Keep doing half rep, and now eventually I'm going to get to the point where I literally can't curl it at all. So I'm going to be struggling, and eventually it's just like this. My arm is barely moving, and then at that point you're just kind of swinging. That's the end of the set. That's whenever you reach full failure. When you get to that point, you have not left a single ounce of strength in your bicep left in that set. So for your next set, you're probably not going to do the same amount of reps. You're definitely going to do lower. So you're going to have to rest at least a minute or two in between so you can get close to that range. You're not going to get close. You're not going to get exact because going to failure really exhausts your muscle. This is a great way to drive a lot of growth. And this is one of the biggest factors as to why I have gained so much muscle in the past year. It is because of going to failure on every single muscle group for its last set. The first few times you do this will be difficult, but you will feel a lot of growth just from the first few times, and you will get very sore. The first time I went to straight failure on Bayesian cable curls, which is basically cable curls with your body faced away, cable that way, and you're curling like this. The first time I went to failure on that, going half reps on that, literally made me not want to bend my arms. My arms were like this. I literally couldn't do this without pain for the next few days. But your body will get used to this. It's not going to be like this every single time. Today, I did Bayesian cable curls. I did back today, and I went to failure, but I know I'm not going to be that sore tomorrow. I was on an incredible pump. Another bonus is that you'll be on a really big pump after every single time you go to failure, no matter what. You go to failure on chest flies, you'll be on probably the biggest chest pump you've ever had, especially if it's the first time you've done this. The first time I did go into failure on chest flies, I was on a massive chest pump, and it felt so good. But your body will get used to it in time. Just give it a few weeks and you will get used to it. Trust me, it is worth going to failure. Going to failure means you're gonna maximize intensity. Maximize intensity means you're gonna grow the most. You know what to do. Get up and get after it.